my dear learners. Welcome to the world of exploration. Welcome to the world of learning. Let's start exploring. Let's start learning. Alright, so Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Adab. आप लोग कैसे हैं? होप आप लोग सब ठीक होंगे. आशा है आप लोग सब अच्छे होंगे, मस्त होंगे. बहुत बहुत प्यार आपको मेरी तरफ से, बहुत बहुत प्यार मेरे साइड से. अच्छा, now let's begin our journey. Alright, so we are gonna talk about the annual syllabus of the year 2024 to 2025. So we are gonna talk about the syllabus of this session 2024-2025. Now this is for class, this is for standard 11th, subject being English core. Remember English core, it is English core because English elective is also there, but we follow English core, right? So English core is there and the code number being 301. Okay, now I'll be moving by section by section. Section A, which comprises of reading comprehension, which would be for 26 marks. This is for 11 standard, right? So it would be for 26 marks. Okay, then moving on to the second section, which is basically section B, which is writing skills. When we talk about writing skills, it would be for 23 marks. Okay, section C, that is literature, it would comprise of 31 marks. And when we talk about assessment of listening and speaking skills plus project, please note, plus project, that would make it to 20. Okay, now the textbooks that you have in your course, the first textbook that you have in your course is Hornbill. Now when you look at the first lesson, that is the portrait of a lady, that's the first lesson. Then you have one poem, that is a photograph. Then you have lesson 2, we are not afraid to die if we can all be together, right? Then you have lesson 3, discovering touch, the saga continues. Then you have poem 2, that is the laburnum top. And then you have the second book, that is snapshots. Lesson 1 is the summer of the beautiful white horse. All right, so the first lesson is the summer of the beautiful white horse, the second being the address, the third being Mother's Day. Okay, now moving on to the reading section, the reading skills, you would be having unseen passage types. Now there would be 3 types. Okay, the factual, whenever we are talking about the factual type, the factual passage would be there. The other one would be the descriptive passage. The third one would be the literary passage. Okay, then we move on to unseen case-based passage, in which you have to analyze, in which you have to develop critical thinking skills, in which you have to have the competency based questions. So we are talking about that unseen case based passage, factual passage, which would be having verbal as well as visual inputs, right? Like statistical data, charts, so on and so forth. Okay, the combined word limit for both the passages will be between, it would range from 600 to 750 words. Okay, now you would be having note making and summarization, and the word limit of the passage should be 200 to 250 words for note making. Okay, for note making it should be 200 to 250 words. Okay, you would be having note making plus summarization, summary. Okay, whatever notes you have prepared, whatever notes you will be preparing, that we will discuss in our further series, in our further lectures, right? So the notes that you would be preparing, you'll be learning how to create notes, how to make notes, how to do note making, how to draft, how to go about it, and then you will be learning how to summarize the notes that you have created, right? All right, moving on to creative writing skills. Now herein you get short composition, you have your classified advertisement. Okay, then you have your poster, and the word limit would be 50 words. The word limit would be 50 words for both classified advertisement as well as for poster. Now, then you would be having speech writing, which would be based on verbal or visual cues in about 120 to 150 words. In about 120 to 150 words, related to contemporary or age appropriate topics. So it would be related to any contemporary topic, any topic that is contemporary, is very important, right? For is contemporary, that means modern, is very modern, and which is flashing all over the surface, or age appropriate, or which is age appropriate. It shouldn't be that the particular topic is not age appropriate, it should be age appropriate. Then debate writing, which would be based on visual or verbal inputs in about 120 to 150 words, right? Thematically related to the contemporary topical issues, so topical important issues, right? Then we move on to grammar, which would comprise of gap filling, review of tenses. So you would again basically go and have a look at tenses. Basically, you have been doing tenses, clauses. You have done this in your 6th standard, in your 7th standard, in your 8th, 9th, so on and so forth. You have been doing tenses, clauses, reordering of sentences, rearrangement of sentences, transformation of sentences in your previous classes. So you just have to build upon that knowledge. It's just in order to revise, it's just there in order to revise. Then we move on to internal assessment. Now, when we talk about internal assessment, there would be an assessment of listening skills. Clear? This would be for 5 marks. Then you would be having assessment of speaking skills. This would again be of 5 marks. Then project work would be for 10 marks. It would be for 10 marks. Clear? Understood? Then the above mentioned syllabus should be completed by September 13, 2024. Now, this the syllabus that I have just mentioned, it should be completed within this speculated period of time, passage of time, right? Then we move on to then you would be having your revision, and then your midterm examination would take place. And then again we move on to our textbooks. Again we have our Hornbill. Now we have poem 3, The Voice of the Rain, poem 4, Childhood, lesson 4, The Adventure, lesson 5, Silk Road, poem 5, Father to Son. And when we talk about snapshots, we have lesson 4, Birth, lesson 5, The Tale of Melancholy, right? And under reading skills, we have unseen passage, we have the factual passage, again the descriptive passage, a literary passage, and then unseen case passage, again unseen case-based factual passage with verbal and visual inputs like statistical data, charts, etc. The combined word limit for both the passages will be 600 to 700 words. Note making and summarization, word limit of passage 200 to 250 words. Short composition under creative writing skills, classified advertisements, poster, word limit should be about 50 words. Speech writing, based on visual or verbal inputs in about 120 to 150 words related to contemporary or age appropriate topics. Debate writing, based on visual or verbal inputs in about 120 to 150 words related to contemporary and age appropriate topics, issues. Then grammar gap filling, review of tenses, clauses, reordering of sentences, transformation of sentences. And then again you would be having internal assessment of listening skills for 5 marks, assessment of speaking skills for 5 marks, project work for 10 marks. Clear? I hope it is clear. And all the syllabus should be completed by January 31st, 2025. Clear? All of this syllabus has to be completed by January 31st, 2025. Clear? in annual examination, questions will be asked from the entire syllabus. So when we are talking about the annual examination, the questions would be asked from the entire syllabus. So it won't be that some of the portion would be deducted or cut, or some of the chapters won't be asked, or some of the things won't be asked. Each and every chapter or poem can be questioned, so you have to be prepared accordingly. Clear? Okay, I hope I've made things clearer. I've made things easier for you. And now, so this was the annual syllabus for the session 2024 to 2025. Yeah. If you have any doubts, if you have any queries, if you have any difficulties, you can anytime reach out to me. I'm Sukriti Joshi, and आप कभी भी मुझसे संपर्क कर सकते हैं अगर आपको कभी भी कोई भी विचार आए, अगर आप कभी भी किसी भी समय आपको कोई डिफ़िकल्टी हो, आप कभी भी मुझसे जुड़ सकते हैं. सो अगर आपको हिंदी में सेशंस चाहिए तो मैं हिंदी में भी बना सकती हूँ साइमल्टेनियसली. अगर आपको इंग्लिश में चाहिए, मैं इंग्लिश में तो बनाऊँगी. बट अगर आपको थोड़ा और या आपको चाहिए कि मैं दोनों लैंग्वेजेस का प्रयोग करके बनाऊँ, तो वो भी बना सकती हूँ. बिकॉज़ ये सेशन सिर्फ कुछ बच्चों को केटर करने के लिए नहीं है. दीज सेशंस बेसिकली आर मेंट कि so that everybody is included. So inclusive atmosphere बनाने के लिए जिसको जो जहाँ से भी कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है वो मुझे रीच आउट कर सकता है. अगर आप चाहते हैं मैं दोनों भाषा का प्रयोग करूं तो मैं दोनों भाषा का प्रयोग करके भी पढ़ा सकती हूं. अगर आप चाहते हो मैं हिंदी का प्रयोग करूं तो मैं हिंदी का अलग बना सकती हूँ, इंग्लिश का अलग बना सकती हूँ. और अगर आप चाहते हो so that I should be speaking only, I should be conversing only in English, then obviously I'm always there. You can reach out to me anytime, whenever you feel good or comfortable. You just have to contact me, right? You can leave your comments in the comment section below. Alright, so if you have any difficulty, any queries, you can contact me anytime. Clear? I hope it is clear. Alright. So this is Sukriti Joshi signing off. Bye bye. Namaste. सत श्री अकाल. खुश रहिए और मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत प्यार, और आशा है आपकी तरफ से भी बहुत बहुत प्यार मुझे मिल रहा होगा. थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू माय लवली ऑडियंस.